Along with Christmas, E3 and Sonic the Hedgehog's birthday, Waifu Wars has become one of the biggest annual events of the year. This year of Waifu Wars has been one of the biggest ones yet. We threw the doors open to absolutely anyone, allowing you, the voters, to nominate whoever you wanted. We received over 800 nominations for different characters, including some pretty legendary waifus, and also some more oddball choices, including John Cena himself via a Twitter marketing campaign, although Cena unfortunately did not garner enough votes to make it to the tournament proper. So broad were the nominations that commenter Cosmos Black feared that the government might be collecting IPs to rid the world of anime fans. We don't have any evidence that this didn't happen, but nothing seems to have come to light as of yet.
I'm Agent Fury from Homeland Security. Is this Rice Digital? No.
Of the nominations, only the top 32 made it through to the final tournament, and it was a pretty exciting lineup. Of course, that only led to some major upsets during the initial rounds, as Rise lost out to Eyes Wallenstein.
Rise is one of the best characters ever made. I think it's an absolute disgrace.
Saber lost out to Eureka.
Saber. It's one of the best characters ever made. I think it's an absolute disgrace.
Naoto lost out to Hestia.
NATO is one of the best characters ever made. I think it's an absolute disgrace.
And fan favourite Bob Ross lost out to Sakurai from Rail Wars.
Bob Ross is the best character ever made. I think it's an absolute disgrace.
Voters banded together to make sure that some of the more left field entries were shot out in the first round, from Princess Mononoke beating out Eris Morn to Hatsune Miku devastating Morozov, both Destiny characters. It seemed that Destiny didn't have any place here. By the time the quarterfinals rolled around, the matchups had been getting quite intense, so Rice Digital looked outside for help in making the quarterfinals trailer, turning to Zach Hempsey of Inception fame. I was actually very excited when Oscar asked me to work on a version of my Mind Heist music for the Waifu Wars trailer. I mean, it really goes back to the Inception set. It's very anime focused in the behind the scenes. Whenever I was talking to Chris or Hans about the atmosphere of the film, it would always come back to anime, especially for Chris. Akira was one of the main inspirations behind Inception, and he really wanted a sense of that in the score, and that was actually one of the main inspirations between the Mind Heist music originally. The works of Miyazaki, Akira, as I mentioned, Digimon the movie, really all of these influences, Western, Eastern, blending together. So it really made sense in a way when Rice Digital reached out to ask me for a version of Mind Heist to put into the trailer. And I really got behind the project 100%. I was actually there in the editing booth, making sure that it was hitting the right tones, tweaking the mix. I think it turned out really great. I think Christopher Nolan would be on board with this. I mean, if this was the same but with Leonardo DiCaprio instead of Hatsune Miku, he would have greenlit it as the trailer. I think that's safe to say. But even with the blessing of Chris Nolan, things weren't all sunshine and roses behind the scenes at Waifu Wars. Makase Kurisu had to be disqualified after it was discovered that she'd fallen under the influence of performance enhancers. Not only did this come as a shock to many fans, but it also caused some stress with the event organizers. YouTube user Inner8 even picked up on the Discord when they noted that it didn't even seem that the pre-match analysis commentators wanted to be there. This behind-the-scenes video, which was submitted anonymously, shed some more light into the proceedings.
You have to go on there and do it.
I don't want to.
Right.
I don't care about this anymore. After Kurisu got disqualified, I don't care about this at all. Like I don't want to be here.
It was justified though. We
It
had to
wasn't.
disqualify. She was a cheat.
She wasn't. She
tolerate
didn't
this kind
do
of
anything.
enhancement.
It was the bastards doing the voting bullshit. It was
we're
a
gonna
scam. It wasn't
punish
her
bastards for
fault.
it.
She didn't do this.
She's not even a good waifu. Mayuri's a better waifu. Mayuri should have been there from the beginning.
Man, can't Oscar just do it himself?
This is everything that Waifu Wars is about. We can't just.
It doesn't
just
even
tolerate
matter
this kind of
anymore.
thing.
No one cares about this competition anymore. Every single good waifu is gone.
Since there's people really care about this competition, people are getting so hyped about this. She's been taken down. She's been put on.
There's no hype, man. There's no hype. I don't know why we're spending time on this.
This is cheap. It was justified.
Like, I have better things to do. I could fucking just
There's
sit
literally
there
nothing
with
better
my
than
thumbs
figure out
in
the
my
waifu.
ass, and it would be a better thing to do.
Despite predictions, the final hasn't turned out to be rookie v rookie. Instead, Kuriyuki Hime is facing off against Rory Mercury. It's a tight match so far, and nobody knows exactly what will happen. But as always, may the best girl win.